Okay, so Meditoad might have got a nerf with Season 1. Now the specialty items won't stack with the ability Specialization, let's just be honest, it was broken. But even with that nerf, I think Meditoad is still one of the greatest Loomians in the game. So let me try and prove that in this video. So let's get into it. Okay then, jumping into the first set, which I would consider to be the best way to run Meditoad right now, the Sly support set. We're running Sly as our ability, which will let us ignore the opponent's held items defensively and offensively. For the held item, we're going to want something defensive, so I'm going to go with a health amulet, although you can run something like a milkshake, pearl, heavy armor, or heavy shield, those will also work. Then for the moves, we're running Psycho Blast as our strongest mind stab option. Zip Zap will let us switch out of the battle, and with our slow speed stab, we can be a great slow pivoter and gain a lot of momentum. Slapdown is a great utility move to remove Loomian's held items, and Tase will let us paralyze Loomians. And finally for the TPs and personality, we're running 200 health TPs and 200 range defense TPs with a very clever personality to make us as range bulky as possible. The 36 energy TPs will let us go for 1 Tase, 1 Slapdown, and 4 Psycho Blasts or Zip Zaps, or it can also let us go for 6 Zip Zaps. And the 64 melee defense TPs are Len leftovers. Also, we're going to be running 0 speed UPs with a sluggish personality to make us as slow as possible, to make us even better at being a slow pivoter. Okay then, hopping into the first battle, I do see a Protogun, and I gotta say, Sly Meditoad is probably one of the better checks counters for it. Okay, I'm gonna lead Gargolem, maybe try and get some Babs down. I do say that they have a Whipple Drift, so Ice Cold Traps will be kinda nice, but they also have 2 Fire types, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep them up. Anyway, unfortunately they lead Borealis, so we have to immediately switch out. I am not trying to take an Ice move, and this will most likely just force them to go into their Dokomori, because I did see Dokomori, so we're gonna see if it's gonna be a Sponge one, or Spinebreaker, I guess. We could click Frostbeam, Anticipate, and get switching in, but I don't think there's any need to do that right now. We might as well just see and confirm if it is. Okay, they just stay in here and go for Cycle. It won't really do too much damage, so I can pivot, and we can go into either Asteros or Protogon. I want to say Asteros is probably better. Protogon... no, Protogon will get a melee attack increase, right? So I think I'll go Asteros. Oh, and their Borealis has an health amulet, so it might be a bulkier one, not a super offensive one. I mean, it did have Bitter Cold, so it would make sense for it to be elusive, right? Okay, they go for the withdrawal. I'm shooting Pyrolin, maybe? No, Doku. So Spinebreaker? Nope, not Spinebreaker. We did almost half of its health. That's pretty good. I think we did like, what, 49%? We could hit it again. Maybe we get a really good damage roll and we just knock it out, but I think we just go Gargolem here. We don't care about Earthquake. We don't care about Baneful Bash. We can't get poisoned. The Baffle is like the best thing they could do. So honestly, I could have just hit the Doku, because the weaker the Doku is, I just click Frostbeam. The next time I have my Tsukami on the field, we get rid of Doku, and I can click Seasong as much as I want. Okay, I'm assuming Borealis again. Yeah, we just make the same play and we go right back out into Tsukami. We don't really want Protogon to get frozen, so yeah, Tsukami is our play here. I kind of want to get Meditoad on the field so I can slap down the Doku so the Doku doesn't get Milkshake to activate, but don't think it's really worth it right now. I don't want to throw up a Body Crash just to hurt the Borealis, but I think I'll go for Rejuvenate just to play it nice and safe. Bitter Cold just doesn't matter on Tsukami because once we switch out, we get rid of that, so I'm fine completely with that. It doesn't really hurt me in the slightest. Meditoad doesn't want to switch in, Protogon doesn't want to switch in. It really is only Asteros I can get into the battle. I'll go for 1 Body Crash. They go for the rest. This should maybe do a pretty decent amount. It most likely is elusive low. But, okay, maybe it's not elusive. Either way, we one-shotted it. Pretty good. That's pretty darn good, Tsukami, thanks. Okay, next up is Whipple Drift. I mean, yeah, Meditoad is probably good against this. It prevents it from spamming its Tempest, right? They go for the hard switch. Leone. Leone doesn't really do anything to Meditoad either, though. Like, yet it could potentially have like Tsunami or a water type move, but it's not going to hit very hard. They most likely are running Dissipate and like Stratagem. So I think I just go for the slap down here. I get to remove something's item. Their enchantment, that's fine. We can wait that out if we need to. Okay, let's see what item you got. It is Mind Essence. Yeah, so Stratagem. I'm assuming Dissipate, Stratagem, Near Enchantment, and Fire Enchantment. I think Cleone still has Gust. We can actually tase the Cleone. Is there any need for that low? My Garagolem would outspeed it, I guess. I don't think it really matters, so I guess we could zip-zap out here. Fire Enchantments. Okay, actually, this is better then. Because Cleone is faster on us, I get a slow pivot on it if it doesn't go for Dissipate. So yeah, they have both of their enchantments up now. We can still go into Arceros and throw for Boiling Press. Like, yeah, they could go Doku. They're going to get Milkshake to activate, but that isn't that bad. Right? I don't think so. I think we just hit it. Oh, it actually stays in. Yeah, Cleone has no melee defense. That was never going to work, even if you had Near Enchantment up, so... Ooh. That was never going to work. Okay, Dokumaru is back in. We just go back into Garagolem. As long as I go Garagolem, as soon as Doku hits the field, they can't get Asco Chops up and hurt my Garagolem because it's already on the field, and I have Gusts, so I can get rid of those immediately. Which is probably what I should do. I want to get Asco Traps up because I'm most likely sure, like guaranteed sure, they're going to click Baffle and go into their Whipple Drift. But if they had switched into Whipple Drift, I probably should go for Gusts. Asco Traps don't really hurt my team, it's just Garagolem low. So I will go for my own Asco Traps. And they do go for the hard switch into Whipple. It was so obvious, but Asco Traps don't really hurt my team that much, to be honest. So I'm fine with this, and this just means that if Whipple just switches out, they have to get rid of entry hazards to bring it back in. We can go back into meta here. Super bulky. Looks like they might not have Predagon, but it's a little bit too early to make that call yet. There's Tempest. It should do nothing. Perfect. This actually might be the boot one that people are running right now. I think it's like Tempest, Boots, Glide. It's pretty strong. Whipple Drift actually has a pretty good niche. I kind of want to slap down it. I don't think tasing is a good idea. Because I think they might switch out? Nope, they don't. Maybe it would have been better to tase it first, Limb, but this is fine. We get rid of its Boots item, right? Yeah. And then now we tase it, and Tempest is like going to fall off quite a bit. Because it's going to have its speed cut in half. And then I guess we can just start hitting it with Psycho Blasts. They're just going to stay and go for Gust. Yeah. I guess Whipple Drift can get rid of its own entry hazards. I guess that's specifically just in case it gets slapped down, which is fine. Although this Meditoad is going to kind of hard wall it, to be honest. And now we just spam Psycho Blast. Doku can't really switch into a Psycho Blast. Whipple Drift is melee bulky. It should get hurt pretty hard by a Psycho Blast. Especially if I get the range defense drop. So yeah, the only way they're living here is if they have Photo. And even if they do have Photo, I'm gonna chunk it. I outspeed it, so... They go for Bequeath? I think they went for Bequeath. I didn't think about that. That's kind of nasty. Oh. Okay, they don't have Predagon, unfortunately, but hey, if I didn't bring Meditoad, if we take a look at my team, I think I would have got swept by Whipple Drift, to be honest. Like, Predagon maybe could take one airtime move, but if I don't one-shot it back, I think I just lose. Well, I can take one hit, because Meditoad, even though this one is very range bulky, we still have pretty good melee defense even without investing it, so we might as well tase the Astaros, just so mine is guaranteed to outspeed it. Because, actually wait, no. This one can be boots. I was gonna say, if it's boots, then I might as well paralyze it, but this is most likely gloves or a different item, because we already saw boots on the Whipple Drift, so never mind, I guess. Because I went for outbursts, I kinda wanna go Astaros, just to start melting the Icicle traps, but it's not really worth it. I guess I'll go Sukame? I guess? Let's see how much damage this does to us. Oh, it's just clicking outburst. That might be gloves. Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to go for Body Crash. No, I'll go for Rejuvenate. Because I switched, we can probably guess it is gloves. I'm guessing. It's just hard for us to like make that distinction with Meditoad, because Sly will ignore its gloves held item, so yeah, that's like the only issue with the Sly Meditoad is, you can't really gauge what something is using just by getting hit. You kind of have to like make an assumption, and since we've already seen boots, we can probably assume it's a gloves Astaros like I'm running myself. Okay, they go for a Boiling Press, which will knock me out. But if it is gloves, it's just locked itself into that. So now I can go into my Astaros. And I should always outspeed it. And yeah, there's the one shot, and I'm pretty sure that is game, right? Nice. That went pretty well. Okay, I don't think Meditoad looks that great for this battle, unfortunately. Like, I can use it for maybe the Celesting and the Brancidor. I also get his name. Okay, I'm gonna lead up with Gargolem, try and get some Babs down, and that is a Grimmuline, which apparently has been going a little bit crazy right now. Because it has Sharp Claws and really strong moves, but I guess we'll see. I kinda want Icicle Traps, but I think Babs are probably better here. We go for a Preemptive, that's fine. This Gargolem isn't melee defensive, so honestly it might just be worth us switching out into Sukame, because Gargolem is my only entry hazard removal, right? Other than like Astaros melting Icicle Traps. So it might be worth us just switching out immediately. I'll go for one layer of Babs, though. Okay, let's switch out. I get a free layer of Babs. I'm not trying to take a hit from Sukame, though. The main issue is my range tanky Loomian is Meditoad, which, yeah, isn't a great switching for this. I might get away with going Astaros. Astaros might work, right? Frostbeam, Sea-Song, Body Crash. I think I can take all of those fairly well. Just gonna like threaten pretty decent damage. I got hit with Frostbite. That kinda sucks. Doesn't lower my melee attack, but still kinda sucks, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go for Boiling Press. They're most likely just gonna go for Sea-Song if I had to guess. Yeah, that's still pretty good damage, though, and that should give away that I am gloves, not boots. Okay, they switch into Plasmoth. I'm assuming, yeah, they know that I'm not boots, so this is probably a pretty good Loomian to switch into. What are they gonna do, though? Are they just gonna pivot? What would be the downside to me just going Gargolem? I don't really want to go my Sukame. Cedric probably wants to be on the field already. I don't really want to like switch it into a Pestilence or something, like a Ferroblast. Maybe we just go Gargolem here. I can't really see Plasmoth doing anything to Gargolem, right? Tear down? Yeah, that's fine. Melee defense does go down, which does kind of suck. I can try and get Icicle Traps up here, I guess, so I can try and influence them not to go into their Plasmoth that much. This basically just invites Astaros in low. Because Sukame is back on the field, we are going to switch out. I honestly think they're going to go for a Rejuvenate low, so I think my Meditoad can switch in. Rejuvenate, yeah. We can click Slapdown now to get rid of Sukame's held item, which I have no idea what it is. I guess we could also click Zip Zap, right? Sukame is most likely going to go for Rest here, or Hard Switch into Grim. Yep, I'll take a Zip Zap here. We get a pivot into something that we actually want on the field. The main issue is we just have to be careful of preemptive, right? So Sukame it is. I'm not going to think about it because they're going to click preemptive first, which I mean, yeah, it doesn't really cost that much energy. So like after what, 4 or 5 turns, it's going to get all the energy back. No. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to click Seasong Glow. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Sukame will always underspeed Grimuline, so we can always get damage on it if it stays in. My held item being lost doesn't really matter. It is just Energy Orb. It could be worse. And with that little bit of damage, Grimuline is going to go to about half health. So we can go... could actually go into Gargolem. Meditoad is no, we're not doing that. I think Grim is faster than Astaros if it's running a lot of speed. Sea Drake doesn't want to get slapped down, so I guess Gargolem is kind of my only option. And I kind of want to get Babs down. I guess we could go for Driving Force as well. I'll go for Driving Force. Oh, they actually just go for Slap Down. I was kind of anticipating the Sukame switch in. But we might get lucky here. We might invite Plasmoth in now. Come on. That is not Plasmoth, that is Celesting. I'll take the little bit of chip damage. But because this is on the field, I am always going into Meditoad. I'm not even thinking about it. This is just my best switch for it. Yeah, Nova. Now, the range attack falling sucks, but not the worst thing in the world. I think we just go for a Tase, right? Slapdown is useless on Celesting, there's most likely Soul Bursts. Zip Zap would be fine. Tasing it isn't a bad idea, because if Grim switches back in, it's Plasmoth, that's fine. It's going to take some pretty good damage, I'll take that. But if it was Grimuline, my Astros would outspeed it now. I could probably go for a Zip Zap, right? I could probably go for a Zip Zap, because they're most likely going to go for a Teardown. So we might as well see what they're going to do, and then pivot, even if it does cost quite a bit. But Meditoad should be fine. Here, I kind of want to go Sea Drake. We should outspeed it. I have got Wave Wrecker. The main issue would be, it would be just like Sukame switching in, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll go Sea Drake. And I'll just click Wave Wrecker. Even if it does invite the, Sukame in. I guess this would be fine. Like, yeah, I could have clicked Fawn Slam anticipating Sukame, but I don't think it really matters. And actually, it's going to be a Rancidor that switches in. I think this runs, what, Shell? Or, I don't know if it's going to be running Goggles. Draco Beams are pretty scary, and my only switching for those is kind of Meditoad. So, Meditoad, you're switching back in. And, luckily for us, they don't have an Earth type. So I can click as much Zip Zap as I want. There's a pretty good amount of damage. Lost health from Do or Die. We can throw for Psycho, I guess, but we probably just want to go for Zip Zap, right? Tasing would be fine, but they're most likely going to go into Plasmoth again. So I'm just going to Zip Zap. It is Plasmoth. So I can get my Gargolem in to get Ice Traps back up. Oh, actually got rid of Plasmoth's Milkshake, that's pretty good. We could go Sea Drake again, I guess. And just hit it. Maybe that works, I guess. I'm gonna go for Primal Slash this time, just so I don't give them a free complete switch in to Rancidor. And we hit the Sukame a little bit harder, I guess. The only issue is that I'm boot, so I can't go for Fawn Slam. Sea-Drake doesn't really do that great in this battle. I'm kind of forced to click Fawn Slam against Usukame, but then they have Plasmoth and Rancidor. Looks like they didn't bring Astaros though. So yeah, Sea-Drake probably wasn't a good idea for this battle. We can go into our Usukame. Don't really have a good switch in for theirs, so I kind of have to use my own for it. Sea-Song is fine. I would probably assume Plasmoth just switches back in, if I had to guess. Oh no, Rancidor. Yeah, Rancidor's also really good. Yeah, Meditoad is kind of probably our best switch-in, right, for it? Yeah, probably. Kinda. I don't really want to tase, because if I go Sukame, I don't really want to make it that slower. Buck Blast, we should take that fairly well. I want to say that... I honestly have no idea what item that is. Is it Goggles? I have no idea. But it's about half health, so it's not that threatening anymore. I think my Sea-Drake can deal with it. Maybe I just click Slapdown and start removing held items, because that would have been nice for like the Plasmoth earlier. I'm just gonna click Zipped Up again, I guess. They actually stay in for Rancidor, so my Meditoad is practically dead, but Rancidor is very low in health now. If I go into Sea-Drake right now, it's pretty obvious what item I'm running. So I kinda wanna go Gargolem and get some Babs down. I think it might be Goggles, Rancidor. Maybe. Is that crazy to say? I don't know what Rancidor runs. I really don't. I'm gonna go Ice Cold Traps. Lego Sukame, that's fine. Ice Cold Traps are pretty good here if they don't have Astaros, and I don't think they have Astaros, so Plasmoth has to switch in to get rid of them, so I'm just getting free damage every single time. I kinda wanna stay in and click Driving Force. I feel like they're gonna go for a rest. Is that kinda crazy to say? Probably. I want to go Sea-Drake as well, but I don't want to switch in on a Frost Beam. So, yeah. Frost Beam, nice. Now we click Sea-Song. They're most likely going to click Rest here, I'm going to guess. So, yeah, I'm not going to think about it. My Sukame has so much energy. I could have actually gone for a Rejuvenate now that I think about it. But I'm just going to switch my Sukame back into their Sukame or Grimuline. That's probably about it. Here, we just go Astaros and we throw up a Boiling Press. They don't really have any like switch-ins for this now. It's mostly just what Sukame's got to tank it or Celesting, I guess. But I'm clicking Boiling Press regardless. A lot of damage. They go for Rejuvenate. I think I did about like the same damage that they're healing. So I'm fine just to click it again. Sure. Okay, they do go for the withdraw now into Grim. That is definitely just gonna faint. I'm assuming they're doing this because Grim doesn't really seem like that great in this battle. They actually aren't gonna get any entry hazards up. Oh no, wait, no. Does Grim run Barbs? It has to, right? Because that one's running Preemptive Strike. I do know that some Grims are running Gloves, but it doesn't make sense for that one to run Gloves, right? I think it's worth saving Astaros here, to be honest. Meditoad is not looking so good, though. Not gonna lie, Meditoad is kinda hurting. So, we gotta play this a little bit carefully now. We could maybe go Gargolem. I have got Sea-Drake as well. But Celesting is probably really bulky, maybe melee bulky. And I can't really hit it super effective with Sea-Drake. Okay, I guess I'll go Meditoad. I can... Oh, it's actually Peace of Mind. I think I want to tase the Celesting. I think that might be the best thing for me to do. It's not going to Soul Burst yet, because I'm guessing it is not Tone Barrier. Mystic Tone, because that got a mega buff, and it probably needs a nerf. Not gonna lie. Okay, they actually choose to stay in and just Soul Burst. I'm assuming they probably did damage calcs. Maybe it one-shots me from like 63 health or whatever I have, so hopefully I can take a hit and I can tase it. And also, because it's Soul Bursted, it will lose its Mystic Tone ability, so nice. Let's see. Do they go for a Soul move? Yep. I live it right, come on, Meditoad, I believe. Oh yeah, not even close. Not even close. We get some pretty good damage on the Celesting. Here, I think I can actually go for Slapdown now because Celesting has no melee defense. We can put out some pretty huge damage. Is it worth zip-zapping low? I feel like they're going to switch Celesting out now, right? And if they're going to switch into something, it would probably be Plasmoth. I'll go for Slapdown. Metal Blast, I think we can live that. Just barely. Meditoad is coming in clutch, man. And yep, that will do it, man. That will do, Meditoad. Thank you. Now, I think I can just go Cedric and just click Wave Wrecker, and I think I'm good now. Meditoad definitely came in clutch. I will definitely be taking that. We could save Meditoad and sacrifice it later. I don't really like have a great switch in low for the Celesting. Olurlin Cedric, I guess? Would that be a good idea? No, I think I just let Meditoad go down. I click Zip Zap just so they can't switch. We have to let Meditoad go down. I don't really want unnecessary damage on my Cedric, and also, yeah, I could go for Fawn Slam so I can hit the Plasmoth with a +1 move, but that's probably a waste, right? I think I just want to lock myself into Wave Wrecker, just so Plasmoth can't come back out. Maybe? Or maybe I just click Fawn Slam anyway. No, I'm clicking Wave Wrecker. Wave Wrecker will knock out Celesting, Sukami is so low on health. Rancidor is pretty low on health. I don't know if he wants to take Ice Cold Traps and a Wave Wrecker. And Plasmoth can't switch in for it. So I think Wave Wrecker is just my best choice. Okay, they actually do go for the Withdraw. I'm a little bit surprised about that. Oh. Sukami isn't as weak as I thought it was. I completely forgot that they went for the Rejuvenate and just switched out of the battle. Fawn Slam there would have been better then. I just completely forgot that Sukami went for the heal. Well, I guess I'll go my Sukami. I guess. They need to get rid of Ice Cold Traps though to get Celesting back in. Rejuvenate there, that's fine. I'm gonna go for a Rejuvenate with my Sukami. No, I think I Seasong just so they can't go into Rancidor. Yep. If we go... Okay, let me think about this. I think I go Astros just so I can weaken the Sukami. Cedric can still win, I just need to weaken the Sukami. If I can get rid of the Sukami with Fawn Slam, then I can switch Cedric out, and then when it comes back in, I just click Wave Wrecker. Frostbite is gonna hurt low. We just click Boiling Press still. They actually keep their Sukami in, a lot of damage. Seasong, that's fine. That is fine. Sukami has no energy, so it needs to stay off the field for a few turns to get enough energy to click Rejuvenate or any move, even like Frost Beam. So now I think we can go Cedric. Right? Now I think Wave Wrecker just wins. I would hope so. I'm really praying it does. Okay, Plasma stays in. It's gone. That was probably the most problematic Loomian. So now if I want to, I can switch Cedric out and just go for Primal Slash, and I think I win. Rancidor, yeah, we don't really care about this too much. Gargolem doesn't really do anything here. Actually, yeah, if it comes down to it, I probably want my Sukami alive for their Sukami. So I'll go Gargolem. They're most likely just going to go for Muck Blast here anyway. Maybe this is actually a boot user. I have no idea. But it lost some health to Do or Die. And then, all we gotta do now is click Driving Force, and I think we win. If they switch out, something dies. Redstone's gonna switch back in for the Ice Cold Trap, so yeah. I think this just lets us win now. This actually might be a boost Rancidar. Maybe my idea of Cedric outspeeding everything was wrong. Because it clicked Muck Blast twice in a row. So maybe I was completely wrong. Maybe that was actually a boots Rancidar. I don't know what they run. I really could not tell you. I have no idea. But yep, that is down. There is the Sukame, which has no energy really. I think I switch out, right? I think I go Cedric just so they can't wait and then rejuvenate. Even if they have enough energy to go for a Frost Beam, I think Cedric can probably take on. This looks like it's a very defensive Sukame, not offensive. So yep, and that should be the game. Okay, this video is probably going to be really long, so hope you enjoyed that, I guess. Next, let's look at the Specialization Meditoad sets, because they're still viable, and they're still good, they're just not broken anymore. And the first Specialization set we're going to be looking at is the One Move Meditoad. We're running Specialization as our ability, which the fewer moves that we have, the stronger they'll become. For the held item, we're going to want something to increase our damage output, so I'm going to be running a Mind Essence, although you could run a Shell if you wanted to. Also, just to quickly note here, you can't run the specialty items anymore on these specific Meditoads, because the specialty items require you to have 4 moves on your Loomians. And also, it isn't worth running the Power Cuss item either on the One Move Meditoad, because it will give you the same benefit as an Essence, although now your move will cost more. Then for the moves, we're running Cycle Slap, which is just our strongest move we have access to that doesn't have an immunity. And then finally for the TPs and personality, we're running 200 melee attack TPs with a very brawny personality to hit as hard as possible. The 4 energy TPs will be all we need because we can use 6 cycle slaps without investing into our energy stats. And then we have 200 health TPs and 96 range defense TPs to make us overall bulkier. And I guess if you wanted to, you could put the range defense TPs into melee defense, but with Loomians like Protagon, Stratosaur, and Formin being pretty common, I think it makes more sense to run more range bulk instead. And now for the 2-move Spectoad set, which I think if you're gonna run a Spectoad, this is probably the way to go now. But anyway, we're running the ability Specialization, which will make our moves deal more damage the fewer moves that we have. For the held item, we're going to want something to increase our damage output. I'm running a Mind Essence, but you can switch this out for a different Essence, Shell, or even Power Cuffs. Just note that you can't run the specialty items anymore on these specific Meditoads, because the specialty items require our Loomians to have 4 moves now. Then for the moves, Psycho Blast is going to be our strongest ranged mind option, and Zip Zap is a good electric type move that will also let us pivot. And then finally for the TPs and personality, we're running 200 range attack TPs with a very smart personality to hit as hard as possible. The 4 energy TPs will be all we need because without investing into our energy, we can use 5 Psycho Blasts or 6 Zip Zaps. And then the 200 health TPs and 96 range defense TPs will make us as range bulky as possible. Also, I'm running 0 speed UPs along with a sluggish personality to make us as slow as possible, so we can act as a slow pivoter with Zip Zap. Okay, I think Specialization Meditoad looks decent against this team. I mean, I see a Phage Knot, which doesn't want to take any range hits, so I think we're fine. We resist all of its moves but Rant. We got the Celesting, which we don't really care about any of its moves. I just can't really hit it that hard because I don't have any electric type moves, unfortunately. Whipple I think we're fine. So yeah, like nothing really wants to take a Cycle Slap, other than Gas Stroke, I guess. Not gonna lie, I don't really have a good Deladrix switch in, so I have to be careful about the Deladrix lead, so we're not leading off with the Gargolem. I'm going to lead up with Chenta just so I can potentially get rid of this immediately. And I'm just going to Mega Punch. Not going to think about it too much. You have to go for the hard switch into Phage. That's fine. I'm going to lose my Sharp Claws ability, but I have switch-ins for this. The main issue is they're going to click Flash on Flea, right? And I can't block that because I didn't bring Cedric. So Deladrix is going to get back onto the field and I can't switch into it, so oh no, it ain't looking good for us. I guess I'll go Gargolem. I'm screwed. The Deladrix is going to get in for free. I don't have anything for Deladrix. Okay, Thunderstrike is fine. Thunder Strike is completely fine. I want to go for entry hazards. I'll go for a layer of barbs. I think a layer of barbs is fine. Flash and flee, yeah. So they're teardown users off the field. So we'll have to get it back on the field to get rid of it. So I'll take that. Although Deladrix should switch back in, right? No, it's actually Whippledrift. I mean, yeah, this could actually have Gust as well. I forgot about that. But I'm so used to seeing like the Boots Tempest one. So I kinda wanna assume it's that instead. I'll go Meditoad here, low. Let's see what they're gonna do. Yep, just Tempest. It does more damage to us than the Sly one. I just think the Sly Meditoad is just the one that you should be using right now, but Specialization is still good. It's just not broken anymore. Let's see what Whipple does. They go for the Withdraw into Phage. This does not want to take a Cycle Slap. This is gonna hurt. Nice. And honestly, if Meditoad doesn't do anything now for the rest of the battle and I get swept, I think it's done its job. That's all I wanted it to do. There's the Deladrix. Yeah, I'm gonna lose something now. Rain goes back up. I don't have anything to switch into a Typhoon other than Tsukame, but it doesn't want to take a Thunder Strike. So okay, who can take a Thunder Strike? Gargolem. But it doesn't want to take a Typhoon. Okay. Astros resists Electric. Doesn't want to take a Jetstream or a Typhoon. Chienta doesn't really want to take any move other than Jetstream. So yeah, Deladrix is still pretty crazy. It just can't support its team as well as it used to. So basically, I have to sack something. So yeah, I'm sorry Gargolem, but you are kind of the weakest link now. You got your one layer of Babs up, you have done your job. And somehow you lived that. How did I live that? I'm actually really confused. I mean, hey, I gotta waste 2 Hydro Blasts on the Deladrix. That's like half of its energy gone. Okay, I'll take that. I think we just go Chientalo, right? They don't have Phage Knot anymore to switch in for a Mega Punch, so I just start hitting things. Chienta, I think, kind of goes wild now. Ice Cold Traps would be nice to get set up, but with the Asteros potentially being in the back, it just isn't worth it. And yeah, Deladrix just goes down. Okay, I think that is the biggest threat gone. So I think I can chill and relax a little bit now. And it is Asteros. I want to assume Boots Asteros learn. Most likely. I have got Tsukame, which is very melee defensive, I mean. And the rain is up, so Boiling Press should do less damage, right? It should do like maybe a third. Actually, no, this one probably isn't even glove. It's probably boots, like I said, so it might do less than a third. We just go Meditoad again every single time. Yeah, they just forfeited. Well, that went pretty well. That was probably the fastest battle for this video, which kind of helped because it's gonna be a massive video. Although, if you are gonna use a Specialization Meditoad, I do think 2-move Meditoad with Psycho Blast and Zip Zap, so it can be a slow pivoter as well as do a lot of damage, is probably better than the Cycle Slap 1 Spectoad now. Okay, so I don't really have the greatest matchup into something like Foreman, so I'm gonna lead Meditoad, which is like my only switch in. I have to be a little bit careful though, because I can't just go Unga Bunga click Zip Zap, because they have Borok and potentially Ikazune to switch in and absorb it. For the Your Snack, I don't really want to lose my held item, but I don't think it really matters. Also, damn, nice crown. Oh, I actually might have got away with going for a Zip Zap here, but we'll see. Whatever they switch into, I will gladly try and hit it. They have got Lashen, so clicking Zip Zap on that would be better. It is Lashen, damn it. I didn't want to click Zip Zap because I was kind of scared about a potential Borak or Ikazune. That's fine, at least we know that they have this now. I've run into quite a few Braum Boost Lashents, so gonna have to be a little bit careful. I am not gonna stay in low. I think we go Sukame and we just Song out? I could hit it with a Frost Beam, maybe? Okay, Sukame just lives that. Yeah, they don't really have, like, any way to stop the Song, so I'm just gonna click Song. Lashent doesn't have Fadeaway anymore, so it has to go for the hard switch, so we now get the pivots, and we break tank at the same time. But yeah, it's good to know that your snack is faster than my Meditoad, so I can always be a slow pivoter against it, but damn, it kinda did damage to me. Why? How did it do that much damage? Okay, I think it's probably a good idea to start getting some entry hazards down. I want to go for Ice Cold Traps just so I can hit like Nimare and Borak, but because of Ikazune, I kind of want to go for Barbs just so they don't get melted, but I'm going to go for Ice Cold Traps first. Your snack is most likely just going to click Fadeaway or Baffle again, right? Nope, they go for Slap Down. We can't Driving Force your snack, but if they're going to pivot this turn, this is their only Spirit type, so we could Driving Force. I don't think they're staying in, right? I'm gonna do it. We might get like some huge chip damage on something. I'm assuming probably Ikazune is gonna switch out here. Yeah, that's fine. We get a little bit of chip damage on the Ikazune by Driving Forcing it, and we know that they have it. And we can see what else they have now. Go on, please, like Nimue or something. Borak! That is perfect! We get some pretty good chip damage. Although, yeah, Borak is still really, really scary. And unfortunately, Ice Cold Traps did get halved, so it's not the best damage. We can go for some Babs here low. Mega Chomp we can take probably 2 of those. Just barely. Just barely. I kind of want a Driving Force now just to start getting some chip damage of more things. Because they chop themselves into Mega Chomp, we could probably go Sukame here, to be honest, and just click Song. We'll just infinitely get momentum here no matter what they do. Mega Chomp. I should tank it fairly well. I'm gonna go for Song here. I don't think Borak is staying in, to be honest. If they do stay in, we can try and get Sukame back in later and click Rejuvenate against their Your Snack. That's kind of the only way to get a Rejuvenate off if they chose to hit me again. There's a Lashent low. We can go into... I want to go Chienta. I didn't bring Azeroth because it just doesn't look that great into this battle, other than the Lashent. And yeah, we actually don't do like a great lot of damage, especially that Milkshake. So if I go Chienta, I'm most likely gonna lose it. I guess we can do it anyway. Just weakening the Lashent to one-shot, so my next thing, like Cedric, can just get rid of it, is probably worth it. Yeah, they stay in. They should tank this, like, just barely, and they go for Timber. I might actually live that. Yeah. And it recalled itself, so nice! I will gladly take that. And I just realized, they have a Balrog, which is most likely gloves, Foreman, which is most likely goggles, but they have a Nimue and a Ikazune. Which one of them is running boots? I would want to say Ikazune, right? Here, I think we go Gargolem. They're most likely going to click Fire Breath. I'm going to go Gargolem, and then I think I'm going to go Meditoad because they don't have Lashent anymore, so I can just freely click my type move. Yep, they do go for the Fire Breath. Just kind of hurt. We could maybe go Sukame here and try and get a heal. That might be worth it. I think we can live 2 Fire Breaths. Because I'm pretty sure this Ikazune is boots. Fire Breath again. Yeah, we just barely live. Watch it not be, I'm waiting for it. It's not gonna be boots. Okay, 100% it is boots. We know that now for a fact. So that means Nimue is most likely like a piece of mind. Oh, it's Barter. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Yeah, having Ice Cold Traps back up would be huge here. I don't really have like a great switch in. I could go Sea Drake, I guess, but I don't want to get battered. But if I do, I have got Ill Will, so it's not the end of the world, but I'm gonna say no to that. I'm just gonna go Garagolem here. They're gonna go for Gust. Yeah, so it's like a, probably what, Gust, Peace of Mind, Nimue. Maybe Wonder Herb. It could be like a utility one, which is cool. Like, the most Nimues I see now are just the Boots Barter ones. So this is what? Definitely Barter or Gust. So maybe not Peace of Mind. Maybe it's just like Flash and Flee. Gusts. It's gonna have like a Gamma Pulse or something. It has to have one attacking move, right? I'm gonna go for Ice Cold Traps here. They go for Jet Stream. That should just knock me out. Okay, so Jet Stream is their move of choice. I think we can go Meditoad here, Len, and just click Psycho Blast. I could go for Zip Zap, but with Ikazune and Bork, it's kinda hard to do that. So I'm gonna play it safe with the Psycho Blast. Yeah, I don't know if this Nimue is gonna be carrying Perch. Because we saw Jet Stream, I'm going to assume Barter, Gust, Flash and Flee Jet Stream is probably what I'm gonna guess on. Okay, they go for the Flash and Flee. They get a little bit of chip damage. I do go under half health, which is a little bit annoying, but it's fine. Into the Snack. Yep. That is gonna take quite a little bit of damage. I'm not gonna complain about that. Oh, it is more than a little bit of damage and a range defense drop. Damn. The only bad part is this Snack is gonna outspeed me, and I think a fadeaway will actually knock me out. Is it crazy to go Chienta here? Is it crazy to go Chienta? Probably. Wait, no. Would they want to just fade away the Meditoad and baffle if I'm switching out to Chienta, right? I'm gonna go Chienta. I'm overcomplicating it. They should click baffle if they predict Chienta. Nope, they predicted Meditoad or Sukame. We can just make an aggressive play now. We are a little bit scared of Quick Punch. I don't actually know if your snacks run Quick Punch anymore, or if it's Heartbreak Shadow Sprint. I don't remember. But I do know Lachette's gone. It does have Quick Punch. I think I live it. Ooh. Okay, man, you gotta chill. That your snack is a wall breaker, your snack, man. What the heck? Yep, and there's the Ikazune. So, Chienta's basically done. The Bork, I want to say, has Quick Punch. I think Seadra can actually win the game. If I can trap the Ikazune into like Thunderstrike or something, Energy Surge would be nice. Then Seadra just gets a free switch in and I click Wave Wrecker and I get guaranteed damage. I think we have to let Chienta go down here. So I'm going to go for Radiant Rush. They're going to go for Zip Zap. That's fine. They pivot. They're most likely going to go into Balrog? Maybe? Does Seadra have a higher melee attack set than Balrog? Can I get a boast decrease? There's the Balrog. Uh-oh, it activates before I send something out. Damn it! Let me have a look. Yeah, we would have decreased the boast. Damn it, man! We can go Sukame though, right? I think we go Sukame, we click Sea-Song, we go into Seadra, because they're most likely going to click Earthquake or switch out into like Nimue. So if they stay and click Earthquake, Seadra has the freest switch in and I can click whatever move I want. Okay, they do go for the withdrawal into Nimue. Here then we go Meditoad and we just click Mind Type move. Unfortunately, for the 2-move Meditoad, I wanted to click Zip Zap so I can get some good damage, but not exactly the best matchup for a Zip Zap one, but you can see that Psycho Blast is still putting in some pretty good work. I think we just click Psycho Blast again, right? I mean, either like keep Nimue in and like let it go down, or like Flash and Flee and Ikazune or Bark are taking a pretty good chunk. This honestly would have probably been better if I had the one move Meditoad, but two move I do think has more situational situations where it is better. Psycho Blast does a lot of damage and Bark just faints. Yeah, pretty good. I think I can live a hit from Ikazune. This is definitely clicking Fire Breath, right? I'm like guaranteed this is clicking Fire Breath. I'm clicking Psycho Blast again though, I think. Zip Zap. Okay, they want to weaken me, so Fire Breath will KO. But this is fine, because I have Cedric in the back. So, either like click Fire Breath and Tsukame wins, or like click Thunderstrike and Cedric wins. So, let's go, Meditoad! Let's freaking go! Here, they should let the Nimue go down. They should just click Jetstream. They do. That's fine. We're about to see what is the Ikazune gonna lock itself into. Or maybe it's not even Boots. I think it's a guarantee, though. I'm not gonna lie. We saw that the Nimue isn't. Psycho Blast. Thunderstrike. Okay. That does actually knock me out. But that now means that Cedric will win me the game because I resist that. So that will be a GG. I shouldn't outspeed it, but it can't win anymore. So yeah, it is Boots because it outspeeds me. I take negligible damage, and Wave Wrecker should secure me the KO. That was all their Loomians, right? So yeah, unfortunately I couldn't click Zip Zap on Meditoad, but it put on a lot of pressure, and it got 2 KOs even though I didn't even click Zip Zap. So yeah, Specialization is still pretty good. It's just not broken anymore. Although, the Spectoads aren't the only way to run an offensive Meditoad, because we also have the Watcher set. For the ability, we're running Watcher, which will increase our damage output if we're the last Loomian to move during the turn. For the held item, we're going to want something to increase our damage output, so I'll be using Specialty Gloves to give us the biggest damage increase, although any other offensive item would be fine, like an Essence, Shell, or Power Cuffs. Then for the moves, we're running Cycle Slap and Electro Punch as our strongest stab options. Mega Punch is pretty good for coverage and is also pretty strong. And then Slap Down will act as a nuller coverage option, but it will also let us remove held items. And then finally for the TPs and the personality, we're running 200 melee attack TPs with a very brawny personality to hit as hard as possible. The 4 energy TPs will be all we need, because even without investing into our energy stat, we can at least use 6 of any of our moves. And then we have 200 health TPs and 96 range defense TPs to make us as range bulky as possible. Also, I'm running 0 speed UPs along with a sluggish personality to make us as slow as possible, which will let us get the Watcher buff more often, although it's up to you, you don't really need to go this far. Although, Spectoad isn't actually the only set of Meditoad that can deal damage, so we actually have Watcher. So, because Spectoad can't run gloves or goggles anymore, we could run Watcher with gloves. Although I wouldn't actually recommend running goggles because Meditoad doesn't have that great of coverage on the range side. So, if you want to run a range attacking Meditoad, I would say 2 moves Spectoad with Psycho Blast and Zip Zap is the way to go. But if you want a melee attacking Meditoad, I think Watcher gloves with a lot of coverage is probably the go-to now. Okay, I'm actually going to lead off with Protagon. Damn it, that is a Zulong. I mean, maybe Gargolem would have been the better lead off, but I was like really scared of him leading something to counter it. I have got Meditoad to switch into a Zulong, but if I can avoid losing unnecessary health, I would prefer it. So yeah, I'm not going to stay in. I'm assuming Zulong's going to go for Thunderstrike or Zip Zap or Ancient Raw. That's fine. I could have actually gone for my own Zip Zap, but a little too risky. Protagon looks gross in this battle. If I could just get it in safely, not against a Zulong. There's the Garlash. Has got Venom Chomp, so this can actually hurt my Tsukame. I'm gonna go into it either way low, and we're just gonna click C-Song, and we can get Protagon back in the field. This is most likely, I want to say, Batter Boots? Maybe? I know that used to be popular. I don't know if it's still popular. Okay, they go for Vicious Snap again. I'm going to assume it is Boots. So here, I think we can actually get Protagon or Cedric. Protagon will definitely get outsped. Meditoad, I don't really want it to lose any health, especially for like a water type move. No thanks. If it locked itself into Venom Chomp, maybe? I think we go Cedric. We friend this out, guaranteed, right? Like, there's no way it's not gonna switch. Like, there's just no way. So I want to click Wave Wrecker, anticipating Seer Knight. But Seer Knight isn't that bad because I have Gargolem to switch in. So yeah, Seer Knight, good to know that they have it. I will definitely be clicking an Electric type move for you. But also, Terrifying gives me a boost, so I will hit fairly hard. If I clicked Wave Wrecker there low, that would have been crazy. But there's no point to like make predictions this early on. We still have quite a lot of time. So far, we know that they have Zulong, Galash, and Seer Knight. So we're doing pretty good in like finding out what their team is. Dodge is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Don't know if that was necessary. You could go for Barbs yourself, but I have Gust. Icicle Traps. Actually, you have Iliguana as well. Icicle Traps don't really make any sense. Barbs are more useful in this battle, so I'll go for some Barbs. They're most likely going to go for a Slapdown. If I had to guess, they do. Okay, nice. This is fine though, because Iliguana can get rid of the entry hazards because I'm an air type, so I can just keep driving false and bringing Gargolem in for the Iliguana. More Barbs. Unless it has Burn Up, it could. Nope, just Barbs themselves, that's fine. I have Gust to get rid of lows. I don't want to lose my held item on Meditoad if I switch Meditoad into a Seer Knight low. I'm gonna go for one more layer of Barbs. I should probably Gust here. I don't want to get too greedy because there's a good chance I just switch out here. Into Strap. This has Gust. Okay, got it. Meditoad would actually be fine to bring in here because they're definitely clicking Gust, guaranteed. And to my knowledge, I don't think they have any Electric type switch-ins? Do they have a Balrog? They might have a Balrog. Was that the last battle or was that this battle? I think they have a Balrog. Damn it. They definitely have a Balrog. I think I need to click Slapdown. Slapdown would be kind of nice for the Seer Knight to get rid of the health amulets. Mega Punch would also work, just because it's more damage, I guess, on things. Electro Punch is a little bit too greedy, right? I'm gonna go for Slapdown, because they don't know what Meditoad I am yet. There's Balrog. Yeah, we're getting rid of those gloves. That's actually worth it. And because I got a boat increase, they don't know what Meditoad I am. Yeah, I did a lot of damage, but that doesn't necessarily give away what I am, right? Right? So, I think we've actually seen their entire team now. Zulong, Stratosaur, Balrog, Seer Knight, Galash. Yep, Balrog clicked Earthquake, that is fine. Icicle Traps would actually be kind of nice then for the Balrog, but it's already lost its gloves and it's lost most of its health. So Jamiy probably would have been better there, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go for... I want to go for Barbs or Icicle Traps just to start getting chip damage on things, to be honest. Because if I keep getting Barbs down, it forces them into Stratosaur so I can get Meditoad back on the field. So I'm gonna do it. I'm clicking Icicle Traps. They actually click Mega. That's fine. Like, yeah, you do a little bit of damage, but I'm gonna force the, Stratosaur back out. I don't care. It's coming out, whether you want it to or not. I'm forcing you to bring it out. Halo, because they're clearly staying in, we just go Jamiy. We don't want to lose Gargolem. Okay, also, Bork has been using a lot of energy. I can actually go for a Rejuvenate here, to be honest. That way we can bring it back in against Bork later. So I will do that. But if they go Zulong, that would be pretty bad. I think I have to click Seasong, unfortunately. Yeah, they just let Bar go down. Honestly, that's probably the smart thing to do because it lost its gloves, and it wasn't that great in this battle. They now have a Cedric, Sukami, Gargolem, and it lost its gloves. So, yeah, honestly, that's probably the smart play to do. Hearlin, we don't have a switch in for Garlash, so I think we go... I want to go Cedric. Oh, my alarm told me to wake up. I know, okay, it's 4 AM. My sleep schedule is horrible. It is so bad right now. Okay, I went into my, what is it called again? Cedric, just so I can maybe try and force them not to go into Zulong or Stratosaur. I guess actually Zulong could have switched in and clicked Fire Breath, I guess. But we have switch-ins for Fire Breath? Actually, not really anymore, so that could have actually backfired if they did that. Maybe they don't even have Fire Breath. Maybe. Because Enoyed gave me a melee attack increase, I could actually click Wave Wrecker. I don't think it is worth losing our boots over low, so I don't think that's actually the good idea. I think I switch out right. I think I always go Gargolem every time. They go for dodge. Kinda surprised about that. Maybe they were wanting me to get trapped into Wave Wrecker so they could go into their Garlash? Honestly, isn't a bad idea. We just go for Driving Force here, I think. Could actually get more Babs down. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Babs. I don't want a Driving Force in case they go for Babs and I can't get rid of them. So I think this is probably the best thing for us. They need to go Stratosaur to get rid of these Babs. And because the Borok is gone, I can click Electro Punch as much as I want. Like, yeah, they have a Zulong, but does that really want to switch into a Meditoad? Probably not. There's a Stratosaur. Here's a Gust to get rid of the Babs that they set up. And now we can go into our Meditoad. I kind of want to just click Mega Punch again low. It's probably not worth clicking Mega Punch. Even if Zulong switches in, I think I just go for Electric as Gusts. Slapdown wouldn't be bad either, because we could get rid of the Health Amulet on Serenite, and the Boots on Garlash if it is Boots. I think it is Boots. Or Gloves. Either one. I think we have to go for Electro Punch, but do I need to go for Electro Punch? Stratosaur isn't two-shotting me. I could probably two-shot it with a Mega Punch. If Serenite switches in, I would rather click Slapdown, but any of my moves, other than Terrifying Cycle Slap is fine. I think I'm gonna go for Slapdown. I want to remove some items. Yeah, Serenite. So yeah, any move I clicked here would have been fine, other than Cycle Slap because of the Terrifying. But we should do like pretty decent damage anyway, and the Health Amulet is pretty nice. So all we gotta do now is get Gargolem back on the field and get some Babs up, and we can just do this exact same thing over and over and over again. Okay, they actually doubled into Garlash, that's fine. I actually went Sukami because if they did go for the double, Sukami's already in the field, I can just click a move and just sacrifice it, get it out of here, they have to lock themselves into a move. And if they stayed in, I could have maybe gone for Rejuvenate. I'm going to click Seasong here low. Venom, that is fine. I could risk the Meditoad now. I could risk the Meditoad. Gargolem could also come in, to be honest. Protogun could as well. They can't stop Zip-Zap, right? Yeah, I think Protogun is probably the best thing for us here. We can just gain momentum. They stay in, I hit them hard. They switch out, I switch into something better. Yep, they go for the withdraw into Serenite. I could actually bring Meditoad in against the Serenite because it's already used Terrifying. But probably not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. I'm gonna go Gargolem to get Babs down. Again, I just want to force Stratosaur in because it gives our Meditoad the chance to kill something. They switch out into Stratosaur immediately. They still have to click Gust, so I'm fine with this. And if they don't click Gust, I mean, Meditoad should take 2 hits, so I should always get some pretty good damage. This is kind of predictable. They should go Garlash here, to be honest, but then they can't get rid of Barbs. And yeah, this is fine. My Meditoad took no damage because I'm just forcing them to get rid of the entry hazards. Pretty good. We don't need Slapdown anymore. We can also just click Stack Clicking Mega Punch. Zulong can't switch in. Stratosaur can't take 2. I don't think he can take 2, especially if it's all burst. So yeah, I think Mega Punch is the way to go now. It just has like the best coverage for everything. It can hit everything neutral. All at once here, but this goes down. Now they have to go into Garlash, I think. And yeah, Garlash has to go for a water type move for Meditoad, but Cedric doesn't really care about that. Yep, there we are. And if Zulong or Stratosaur switch in, I could just go back into Meditoad. Zulong's a little bit harder low because it has got pivot, so I would probably need to sacrifice Garagolem for that. We could maybe sacrifice Garagolem here. I don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna go Cedric. Actually, wait. Does Garlash have Mega Chomp? Frick, I forgot. I remembered as soon as I switched in. I remembered the millisecond I switched in, like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I made a big mistake there. Yeah, that is unfortunate. We can just go for Fawn Slam. We have to just sacrifice Cedric now. I misplayed that very hard. I should have gone Garagolem there, I think. We can go Protagon here, Len, and click Zip Zap again, just gain momentum. That's fine. We might be able to live one move from the Garlash on Meditoad. I don't know if I want to risk that low. They go Zulong, that's fine. Okay, now, what is the play? I mean, I obviously go Meditoad, but do I click an electric type move? No. I think Cycle Slap honestly might be fine, but I think Mega Punch is probably my best bet still. Slapdown could also work, but I don't know how much I would do to a Stratosaur, to be honest. I'm clicking Mega Punch. Mega Punch is still just my best move because I can just hit everything. But yeah, lowers my stats. Stratosaur could switch in. I think it's just the Garlash though. Yep, Garlash. So, I mean, it should take a pretty good amount of damage, right? Even though I'm at -1. Yeah, that's pretty good. We can just sacrifice the Garagolem here. I can't sacrifice the Meditoad right now because I do still kind of need it for the Zulong, so I might just lose to Zulong, but I think that'll be fine. Slapdown there could have also been pretty good because our Protagon wouldn't have taken any chip damage. But if Garlash goes down, I think Meditoad can win me the battle. We just click Zip Zap here. They just let their Garlash go down. That might actually mean Meditoad wins. We have to click a Mega Punch low so I can hit Zulong and Stratosaur. I think we can 2-hit both of them. My Meditoad has taken, what, 0 damage still? Come on, game. Load, please. Oh wait, he has to switch in something. Okay, Lego Stratosaur. I think we just Mega Punch, right? I kinda want to Electro Punch. Also, yeah, my Meditoad has not been touched at all. Honestly, the only thing I fumbled, I think, was probably the Cedric. If I didn't fumble the Cedric, this would have been a lot easier. So now it's like, I need to rely on Meditoad. I'm actually going to make a gamble, though. I'm just going to... Oh, they didn't Soul Burst. I guess that was probably their best way to hit me. We can Electro Punch this turn, because if they switched into Zulong for the Quad Resist, I have got Protagon to sack. And now, because that's gone, and it's just Zulong, we switch out here into Protagon, we can go back into Meditoad and click Cycle. What is up, Zulong? I'm sorry, Protagon, okay? It just had to be done. Elemental Burst. I might actually live that. Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie, I just realized this Zulong might not be very nimble. I was kind of worried about boots, but Galash had boots definitely. I'm 100% sure of it. The Zulong could be very nimble, but I realized, do Zulongs even run very nimble frequently? No. Okay, so Protagon would have outsped it all the time. I wish I knew that earlier. I didn't go for Energy Surge. Okay, I want Meditoad to get the KO. Okay, it's a Meditoad showcase. And yeah, I gotta say, even though Meditoad was broken and Specialization did get a nerf, so Spec Boots don't, or not Spec Boots, some people might have run that, but Spec Gloves and Spec Goggles, they don't stack now, unfortunately. But still, Meditoad is the GOAT still. It is still one of my favorite Loomians, and even though it did get nerfed, so now it's not broken, it is still pretty darn freaking good.